Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. In this video, I will be discussing the coding questions which are asked in TCS Ninja Hiring, or you can say TCS NQT. Guys, this is part 4 of this series. Part 1 to 3 are already uploaded on my channel. So guys, make sure that after watching this video, you watch those videos as well, because these videos will be really helpful for you in clearing the Ninja Hiring of TCS. So guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe it as well as join my Telegram group also. The link of the Telegram group is given in the description box. I am posting regular stuff on 2022 batch. My 3 coding series are going on. One is Ninja Hiring series, TCS Digital Hiring series, as well as the Cognizant Gen Z Next coding series is also going on. So make sure that you are present on this platform and do not miss any of the updates regarding the companies. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting the video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Okay, so the question here is, write a program to find whether the given number is strong or not. Now, what is a strong number? A number is said to be strong if sum of factorials of digits is equivalent to the original number. So let's understand with the help of an example. See, we are given a number 145. Now, whether it is strong or not, how we can find it? We will simply, what we'll do, we will find the sum of the factorials of the digits. So first of all, we will find the 5 factorial, then we will find 4 factorial, then we will find 1 factorial, and we will add all these things. So we will add the factorials of the digit of the given number, and then once we have added it, now once we have got the number, so it should be equivalent to the original number. So you can see that 1 factorial plus 4 factorial plus 5 factorial is 145 only, and our original number was also 145. So it means that this is a strong number. Now let's see whether a 146 is a strong number or not. So for 146, once we'll do 1 factorial plus 4 factorial plus 6 factorial, what it will give us 720 plus 25, it will be 745. 745 it will give, and the original number was 146, so they are both not equal, so therefore it is not a strong number, and we have to print no. If it is a strong number, we will print yes, and if it is not a strong number, then we'll simply print no. So as this was the entire question, I hope the question is clear to you. It is a very easy question, but the Ninja Hiring questions are will be easy level only, easy to medium level, because the package is not that much high, and they are recruiting in mass recruitment is there for this particular exam. So now let's write the code for the same. So first of all, we will take input n. Okay, C in n, this is the input number. We have to find whether this number is strong or not. So how we will find it? We have taken the number n. Now we have to calculate the sum of the factorials of digits. So for every particular number, we have to find the factorial. For every particular digit, we have to find the factorial. So what we'll do, we can write a another function for calculating the factorial. So int factorial, and in this we will pass the digit for which we have to calculate the factorial, and inside this what we'll do, we will find the factorial for that particular digit. So let's just write the factorial code. So int fact is equal to 1. Now what we'll do, we'll simply do for int I is equivalent to 1, I less than equivalent to digit I plus plus, and what we'll do, we will do fact is equivalent to fact into I, and in the end what we'll do, we will simply return fact value. So this particular function is for finding the factorial of a particular digit. So for example, we have found the factorial of 5 using this function, and what can be the maximum value of digit? It can be 9. So in simple int function, in simple int, we can store the factorial of 9 also. So if there is a long number, then we can use long int, but int will be fine for calculating the factorial of 9. That can be maximum value of this digit. Now see, now we have to find whether the number is strong or not. How we can find it? First of all, we will calculate the factorial of all the digits of this particular number, and then we will compare it with the input number only. So let's just take int temporary variable, and we will assign it with the input number. Now what we'll do, we will write a while loop where we will extract every particular digit from temp, and we'll find the factorial for the same. So let me just take another variable also, that is int sum, that is initially 0. Now what we'll do, this sum variable will store the sum of the factorials of digits. So now we will extract every digit. So int r is equivalent to temp mod 10. This will extract the last digit, and we have found out the we have got the last digit. So now we have to calculate the factorial for this particular digit. So we will simply call factorial, and in that particular function we will pass this r, and now this will return us certain value, that is, this is the factorial, it will return us the factorial of r. So we will store it in the particular sum variable that we have initially declared. So sum will store the all the sum of all the factorial of the digits. Now we have done with r. Now it does not require any r. So now we have to break for this while loop. So what we'll do, we'll simply do temp is equivalent to temp divided by 10. Now this loop will continue while temp is greater than 0. This loop will continue, and one by one we will extract every digit. We will be finding the we will be finding the factorial for that particular digit, and we will be storing the factorial in the sum variable, and in the end we will be doing temp is equal to temp divided by 10, and similarly for the next digit it will go, and similarly for the next digit. Now after this loop is over, we have the sum of factorials of digits in the sum variable, and our original number was n. So what we'll do, we will compare them. If our n was double equivalent to our sum variable, it means that it is a strong number. So cout sum. Else what we'll do? Else we will print cout no. Oh sorry, here should be cout yes. I am really sorry. It should be cout yes, and else is cout no. Now one mistake that everybody will make. What you will do, you will say that temp value and n value are same. So what we'll do, instead of this n you will write temp. But guys, this will be wrong. Why? Because after this while loop is finished, we were continuously dividing temp by 10. So after this while loop was finished, it means that it has reached the breaking condition. That is, temp is no longer greater than 0. Temp has reached 0 value. So after this while loop is over, this temp will always contain 0, and it will never be equivalent to this sum. So it will not be possible. So please do not use the temp variable here. Only use the n variable that was our original input. So this was the entire code. I hope the code is clear to you. So if this working of while loop is not clear, let me just take an example like 1 2 3. If I take 1 2 3 is the temp variable. So first of all we will take r is equal to temp mod 3, that will be 3, and after that we will calculate factorial of 3, and then temp is equal to temp divided by 10. So 126 divided by 10 will be 12. Now again this r will be taken, and instead of temp is 12 and r will be 12 mod 10, that will be 2, and 2 is taken in r. Factorial of 2 will be calculated. Then we will do temp divided by 10, that is 12 divided by 10, that is 1 only. Now in the end again this loop will run. R is equal to temp mod 10, 1 mod 10 is 1 only, 1 mod 10 is 1 only. We will calculate the factorial of 1. Now temp is equal to temp divided by 10, temp was 1, so 1 divided by 10 is 0. So once temp is 0, now this loop will no longer run, and in the end we will compare these conditions. So now I hope every bit is clear to you of this code. Now let's just run it on certain test cases. Like 145, we know that it is a strong number, so it should print yes for it. So let's just hope there are no more errors in this code, and it will print yes. Okay, so it is printing yes, and let's suppose for 146 should print us no, that it is not a strong number. So it is printing no. Last test case, that is 1. 1 is a strong number because 1 is equivalent to 1 factorial, so it should be yes. So guys, you can see all the test cases are running perfectly fine. This particular code will pass all the test cases that will be given to you. So guys, this was it for this video. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching it. Make sure that you subscribe it, like this video, and join my Telegram group also.